Back in the saddle again. What's up, guys? Kev here, and I got some reviewing to do for you, son. All right, I want to get this first one out of the way because it's gonna get crazy in here. No, I'm just kidding. So first up, I have the Reate knives EXO loaned into me by my good buddy Jamie Loves Knives. I just realized I'm sitting at the corner. This is Wendy's parking lot. First time I've had fast food in like a month. Yes! All right, it hasn't been a month. Probably been like 3 weeks. But anyway, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. And I'm sitting here. There's traffic everywhere. And I'm fucking waving around a gravity knife. I'm smart. I'm a smart man. And yeah, so I really want to do this review because first off, Jamie let me borrow this. And I've had it for at least 2 weeks at this point. Of course, the corona was in the middle there. And I'm going to be sending it off to Big Red EDC. So shout out to Jody. And I just wanted to get this wrapped up here. And spoiler alert, I fucking hate this knife. So you're going to hear a lot of people say, this knife is awesome. This knife is so fun. It's such a cool knife. So intuitive. I'm just kidding. And while it is sort of fun, it's also not. While it's sort of intuitive or ingenuitive or whatever, it's really not. And you guys know I love Reate, and I love their quality, and I love their tolerances, but they didn't show up on this one. You know, this is not one of those we're showing off our skills knives like the Horizon D or the Jack 2.0 from Reate. This is like, we're just trying to, I don't know what the hell they're trying to do here. Just like make a weird ass knife that almost nobody can own. It's very strange. Like, I guess a lot of people can own it. I'm not sure. I doubt it's legal in Pennsylvania, but I also don't care. But it's just a weird knife, you know? So let's get into it. Aesthetically, you get this handle, right? It's essentially a manual OTF. By the way, if you're not familiar with this knife, this is the first time you've heard of this knife or whatever, and you're tuning into my review, welcome. Welcome. But yeah, so basically it's a two-piece construction. And, well, it's more than that because there's a blade, so there's three, but whatever. And it has sort of a shell here, and the blade drops in there, and there's like these tabs. See the tab right here? And that is the blade's riding on that, and it comes up, and then you shut this. Again, this is all manual, and now I'm putting pressure down, keeping this shut, so now the blade can't move, so to speak. It can't close. It can move a lot. But now you could use it to cut or whatever, and then when you're done, you can let this open, let it slide back down, shut it, and now it's locked in this position. And again, you got to hold it closed, otherwise it'll come out. It's a gravity knife, right? So aesthetically, when closed, it looks like a square or a rectangular thingamajimmy-bobber. It kind of looks like something you'd see in a futuristic movie, like, you know, like one of their like laser like swords, or like I don't know, some kind of beep bop boop thing they have that, you know, they hit this and fucking shit goes off over there, you know, like Blade Runner shit or whatever. I don't know. But it's okay. It's got micarta on it, which I believe Jamie has dyed, and then he also anoded the hardware, so it doesn't come like that. I believe it comes in like brown micarta, green micarta. I don't think they did carbon fiber. That'd be kind of cool. And then once it's open, this one is a drop point design. I believe they also have a double-edged dagger one, where I think it's from like here up is the double-edged, and then this whole side is double-edged. And I think there's a Tanto as well. So there's a few different ones. It's a flat grind on the blade. There's some tape on the blade there. I didn't cut anything with this, I don't believe. I may have just tested the edge. but I didn't cut a package open or anything, so I don't know if that's for me. But yeah, so aesthetically open, it looks like a knife essentially. I don't know. It kind of gives me like a katana look, sort of, to me. It's not that good looking in my opinion. I'm not like excited by it or anything. It just seems a little big and a little just weird. So aesthetically, I'm not super attracted to it. Ergonomically, yeah, it fits my hand pretty well. You really have nothing, you know, to grab. It's just neutral essentially, and you have some jimps here and jimps here, and you just kind of grab it wherever. Now it'll fit a large hand. You can see, you know, I have a large glove size hand. I got plenty of room, so probably an XL, even a 2XL hand would comfortably fit on here. It's not the most comfortable knife, but it's very neutral, so it works. There's some kind of like knurling slash whatever up here that you can put your thumb on to use. You can also kind of choke up and do this when you're cutting with it. So ergonomically, it's pretty good. It's fine, right? Carry. So the carry on this knife is atrocious. It does not have a clip. It comes with a Kydex sheath, which I didn't even try out. He gave it to me in the box, but then he sent me this sort of pocket organizer, and that's how I carried it. Just kind of like put it in here, and then I'd put it in my back pocket or whatever. I'm not a fan of that in any shape or form. I hate having these things because it just is so much bulk. And then I feel like I gotta fill up the other pockets, right? And then I do that, and then I got this huge thing in my pocket. It's just not for me. I get it. Some people carry these already, so maybe it'd be an easy transition to just take out your Leatherman and put this in, right? Good for you. That's awesome. But it's not my type of thing. Then it comes with this Kydex sheath that you can like clip to your belt or whatever, your pocket, I think. And this kind of clicks in there, and then you take it out and then you use it and then you click it back in or whatever. I've heard that sheath kind of sucks. I didn't even try it, and that kind of kills that essentially kills this knife for me, not having a clip. It's not a carryable knife for me. It's something that would just sit in the knife case or sit on the desk or whatever, and it would essentially be a letter opener. You know what I mean? Like it would be a package opener slash letter opener and a fidget toy. And I think that's what this is for most people. If we're being honest, like if you're being honest with yourself, if you own one of these, you're probably just using this as a toy, and then you have it around to open packages and shit, but you're not carrying it all the time in that stupid Kydex clip sheath or something like this. I'm sure there are people who do, and that's awesome. But I'm guessing most of us would not do that. So carry kind of sucks. Cutting, again, I really didn't cut anything with this. It's not practical to me. It's not something that I really would want to use as a knife. So like, I don't really see the point in doing it. It's Reate, so it's gonna have a good edge on it. Feels sticky on there. You hear that rattle? It has a flat grind. It's not a full flat grind or anything, but I'm sure it's a relatively decent edge. I'm sure it's a very serviceable blade. It's in L-Max. I'm guessing I wouldn't have many qualms with it as is. Has a good tip for penetration. Yeah, I'd probably prefer the Tanto or some kind of sheep's foot so I can cut labels out better, but drop point works perfectly fine. So cutting, I'm sure is just, you know, fine, good, whatever, right? Reate always does a good job with their grinds these days. Sounds. So this knife makes very interesting sounds. Right? Are they nice? You know, when I first took it out of the box, if you watch my unboxing, I was excited. I was like, yeah, this is cool, man. You get to do all this stuff, and it sounds kind of cool. But after that wore off, it literally wore off. I got home and I like did it a couple more times at my desk, and I was done. I from that point on have hated this pretty much. It's obnoxiously loud. It's just there's just too many sounds going on here, and it's not enjoyable to me. It's annoying. And I think I made a joke, and I got the joke from other people who had said, you know, my wife's gonna kill me, I'm gonna sit on the couch doing this, right? I want to kill me when I play with this. So, like, I don't play with it, essentially. The sounds are just obnoxious. That's the best way I can put it. Action. So, that, you know, that's the thing with this, is the action, right? It's so fun. It flops open and it gravity knifes out, and then you can use the knife, and then you can do this, and you can do tricks with it, and, you know, you can whatever. You can throw it out and catch it. You could probably learn how to do cool, like, backwards jimmy jammer tricks and do stuff like this, and, you know, essentially, it's two flabby pieces that are not very well put together, it seems. You know, it's not falling apart, but I wouldn't trust my life to this thing. I don't know how that would happen, but then it flops out super duper rattly. And then you have it closed, and it's still super duper rattly. The harder you squeeze down, yeah, it gets a little better, but I'm squeezing pretty hard here. So, like, I'd say the action is actually shit. Like, it's not good action. There's just way too much movement all over the place. The tolerances, it's surprising for Reate. The tolerances are pretty bad on this, in my humble opinion, right? But it's very smooth on the glide, or whatever you want to call it. It travels very well. Smooth might be the wrong word. It's like quick, you know. It's not like smooth, because you know, you can hear a lot of stuff going on there, but it's quick. It's effortless. All of that stuff. The parts move very well. They just move a little too well, honestly, and they come apart so easy. Like, you know, you got to be paying attention when you fucking handle this thing. I haven't cut myself yet. So the action kind of sucks too. So, you know, I know this isn't the greatest review ever or whatever. I just think this is dumb. And where I'm seeing a lot of people talk about how cool it is and all this stuff, which is great. If you think it's cool, that's awesome. More power to you. I'm glad you have one and you love it. Of course I am. There's plenty of knives that I think are cool that people think are dumb, right? But to me, this is dumb and pointless, and it really didn't need to exist. And furthermore, anybody who tries to state or promote this or market it as a self-defense knife or some kind of fighting knife, just that's sort of reckless, in my opinion, because this is not a fighting knife. This is not a self-defense knife. I would not want to rely on this knife to save me in any situation. One, I'd have to get it out of whatever situation it's in. The stupid Kydex thing, this thing in my back pocket tucked away. Then I have to rely on this flabby, shitty tolerance handle and close it. And then I have to rely on just an ass load of hand pressure to make sure, you know, the rattling doesn't happen. There's no guard, okay? So if I protect myself with this and stab somebody, my hand's going right up into the blade. Then, you know, if I'm doing any type of transition, I'm not a fighter, so, you know, bear with me here. Doing any type of transition, I have to make sure I'm holding that blade the handle sturdy, otherwise that could happen, and then I'm in a situation where it's just like bouncing in and out. You're gonna pinch the shit out of yourself probably in the middle of combat trying to like fuck with this thing. So this would be more of a danger, I think, to you if you were trying to use it to fight with. So I just think the marketing was a little bit in poor taste. Okay. I think I've said enough about this. I normally I'm very upbeat, I'll say, and I try to be funny and whatever. This is a little bit weird to me, this product. it just kind of came out and they were showing a guy like doing fighting moves with it, and then everybody got it and was all excited about it, how fidgety it is and stuff like that. And I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's a gravity knife. It doesn't lock, like, unless you do this and then you're relying on that. Tolerance is trash. It doesn't like do any cutting exceptionally well. Like, it works, but like it just doesn't do anything for me in any way. And so I just think it's a dumb product. And that's, you know, I love Reate. You guys know I rave about Reate. I would love to work with Reate at some point on a knife design. This just makes no sense to me. So that's the Reate EXO. I really want to say a big thank you to Jamie for letting me check this out. And I'll be sending this off to Big Red so he can check it out himself. If you guys love this thing, cool. I get it. It can be fun. Like, the kid in me wants to be like doing this all day, right? But I get much more satisfaction out of doing, you know, a reverse flick that I can't do. Doing a reverse flick, or, you know, using a flipper or something, as opposed to doing this shit, you know? So that's me, guys. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the sourpuss review. You know, I'm just going to be honest, and that's my honest opinion. This thing is a little bit dangerous to the market, I think. We're all grown-ups. I get it. I just wouldn't want somebody to buy this thinking they're going to buy, like, a self-defense tool or something. I don't know. Whatever. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.